Hey, this is Randy from Funeral Funds of America, and in this video, I'm going to show you the actual rates for $20,000 of burial, cremation, final expense, life insurance, or funeral funds for a 75-year-old male. Now, first thing first is you can go to our website at funeralfunds.com. Just enter the state that you live in. We're licensed in all 50 states, by the way, and enter the coverage amount, and then fill in your birthday. And this will take you directly to a quoter, and you'll be able to see all the rates that are available to you from all the insurance companies in your state, or certainly the best insurance companies in your state. But let's take a look at this right now. You can also call us directly, 888-862-9456. So really the first thing you need to do if you're a 75-year-old male is determine, is $20,000 enough coverage for your needs when you pass away? Now, that's going to depend if you're going to be cremated or buried. So if you're going to be cremated, $20,000 is more than enough. You know, if you've got $20,000 policy right now, stop watching the video. If you don't, probably should keep watching. So if you're going to get cremated, the average cost of a cremation right now in the United States is between $1,000 to $2,000. Now that's if you come home in a cardboard box or an urn. Now, if you're going to have some kind of like celebration of life or remembrance ceremony, that's probably going to be $3,500, $4,500. So you would need a little bit more coverage, but typically a cremation, most folks are trying to keep a policy around $5,000 to $7,000, sometimes maybe $10,000, depending if you want something fancy service or something like that. But we encourage people not to overspend. You know, boy, if you're going to get cremated, we probably wouldn't recommend a $20,000 policy. You know, a lot of times people would say, hey, I just want to leave some money behind for my family. And at age 75, the insurance starts to get a little bit more expensive because you're older. And we would typically recommend, hey, just get what coverage you need at this point. And then if you want to do something for your family, spend that money on them while they're alive, not after you're dead, not give money after you're dead. Most of them will appreciate that. You'll have the memories as long as you're alive. They'll have the memories of you being with you and interacting with you for a lifetime. Seems like a much better investment. Now, if you're going to be buried, the average cost of a burial right now in the United States is right around $10,000. And I can tell you one thing, it's not going to be a fancy burial for 10 grand. And the thing is, the pricing keeps going up. So, you know, as inflation kind of takes its toll over the years, things get more expensive. So if you've got a $20,000 policy and you intend to be buried, you are probably in pretty darn tootin' good shape. Now, if you don't have a policy, don't feel like you have to get a full $20,000 because that may be too expensive for you. What you may want to consider is getting a smaller amount, like maybe $10,000 or $12,500, and then that takes care of your most immediate need. And then, you know, that's if you just died kind of like right away or fairly soon. And then if you need to in the future, you can always add more coverage. But if you're just looking at like a $20,000 policy and you go, oh, that's so expensive, I can't do that, there's no way I'm getting any insurance, don't do that, because that's going to put your family, you know, put your family at risk, and it's going to put the burden on them. So if you can afford 10, just do 10, 12,000, 14,000, 15, whatever it is. But again, $20,000 is a solid amount, even if you live to age 80, 85, even maybe later. So just keep in mind, do what fits your budget the best. Now, the one really important thing, though, is if you are a 75-year-old male, get first day coverage or benefits with a same-day approval. Because, you know, there's some policies out there that have 2-year waiting periods. Oh, ouch. You've probably seen those. Now, we specialize in first day coverage. And a lot of people would say, you know, those first day coverage plans have health questions, and I'm not in that great of health. Well, that may be the case, but we work with a bunch of different insurance companies, and they all have different underwriting requirements. So it is typically not a problem getting people approved for first day coverage. Probably 90, 95% of the people we help get approved for first day coverage. The only people that wouldn't is if they have really significant health issues going on, like maybe you had a terminal illness and you're going to pass away in the next 12 months, or you've got dementia, or you're on dialysis, or you're in a hospital or in a nursing home. The other thing that happens too is sometimes people call us up and say, hey, We had a family member die this last week, and their body's down at the funeral home. They didn't have insurance. We don't have any money, and we need to get this insurance really fast so we can pay the funeral home and get our family member buried. And we have to tell them that there's no insurance company in the United States that will offer this type of insurance on somebody who's already dead. So it's sad news for them, and it's terrible that somebody didn't think about them in advance and put them in this difficult financial situation and difficult emotional situation, and now they're just wondering where to come up with the money while the body's down at the funeral home. So don't do that to your loved ones. Make sure this is taken care of well in advance. And to get this insurance, you actually need to be alive. So let's just kind of learn from their mistakes. Let's kind of dive into the 2-year waiting period plans, because we don't recommend 2-year waiting periods. And probably one of the most famous or infamous, I don't know, well-known perhaps, is Colonial Penn and their $9.95 plan. And the reason they're so well-known is I truly believe they probably advertise like every 7 minutes on television. They're out there an awful lot. And they tout that $9.95 plan. And there's a lot of 75-year-old males that would go, oh my gosh, I'm so excited. I'm going to get $20, $30, $40, $50,000 for $9.95. And nothing can be further from the truth. So, but let's go take a look at those 2-year waiting period plans. We don't recommend them at all. Probably the most popular or famous or infamous or certainly well-known is Colonial Penn. And Colonial Penn's got their $9.95 plan. And there's so many 75-year-old males that they see that $9.95 premium and they're going, yeehaw, I'm going to be able to get $20,000, $30,000, $40,000, maybe even $50,000 for $9.95. And and then they get on the website and they get a quote and find out that, it's not a whole lot of coverage. So there's other 2-year waiting period plans out there, like Mutual of Omaha has their United of Omaha brand, and then there's AIG, Gerber. There's a whole lot of insurance companies out there that focus strictly on 2-year waiting periods. And some of those companies have done a really terrific job of convincing folks that the only thing they can qualify for is a 2-year waiting period plan. And nothing could be further from the truth, because we help people with first day coverage all day long. So don't fall for that marketing. Let's look at some pricing of 75-year-old male. And what's $9.95 going to get you? That's going to get you $549. One unit is going to be $549. That's not even enough for a cremation. Boy, that's just not a lot of money at all, is it? And if you walk into a funeral home with a check for $549 and you want to get buried, I can't imagine that's going to be a very good reception at all. So let's take a look here at some of these plans. Let's see how much coverage you can get. The challenge with Colonial Penn and their $9.95 plan is the coverage goes down as you get older, and it's not always possible to get all the insurance you want. So they max out at 15 units. Let's see what that is. 15 units, here we go, would be $8,235. You couldn't even get $20,000 through Colonial Penn and their $9.95 program. Well, let's go see what this would cost through a first day coverage insurance company. And it's probably going to be a little expensive just because 75 years old and $20,000. That's just the way it is when you get older. But let's go take a look here. So you get $8,000 for basically $150. Come over here. It'd be $190 for around $20,000. So even if you cut that down, $190, that'd be what's half of $190? That'd be $95, right? Be $95 for $10,000. Just doing some rough math here. So it'd be $95 for $10,000, and this is $149 for $8,235. So Colonial Penn's very expensively priced, and kind of the worst part of the whole deal is it's got a 2-year waiting period. And, nobody would buy a car that they couldn't drive for the first 2 years. Nobody would buy a house that they couldn't live in for the first 2 years. Why would you buy an insurance policy that's not going to pay out for the first 2 years? Not a good idea. So let's take a look. Let's look at a couple other insurance companies. Try to find one that advertises quite a bit here. Now, here's Lincoln Heritage. Lincoln Heritage, almost $250. They're a fine company, but they are expensive. And level means first day coverage. But again, $250. So Lincoln Heritage has a thing where if when you die, they will call 2-3 different funeral homes or whatever, try to negotiate the lowest pricing, maybe do a couple other things. But they charge a pretty hefty premium for it. So we're going to round that up to $250 just for easy math. $250. And this is $190. So that would be $60 difference. So you're paying 60 times 12, $720 more a year. And if our 75-year-old male lives to age 85, you would have paid $7,200, right? 6 times 12 is 70. Yeah, $7,200. Wow, that adds up. Now, but remember, Lincoln Heritage will make 2 or 3 phone calls, maybe do a couple other things. But is that really worth the $7,200? And remember, you're going to overpay that premium for the rest of your life. Imagine if you live longer. So what we do at Funeral Funds of America is we just provide you with a funeral and estate planning guide where you can fill that out in advance, take care of all your arrangements, where you want to be buried, just all your final wishes. And then you just keep that with your insurance policy. And then when you pass away, your family has everything they need to take care of everything. And they will be blessed, and they will know that you loved them and cared about them because you took care of this in advance and you left nothing to chance. And you knew that you would be providing for them at a time where they need it the most, both financially and emotionally. So we make it simple, and we help you save money, and we can help you out here. Let's take a look at another. Maybe there's another company here. Oh, let me go. 218 level coverage, 218. We run into these guys once in a while. So let's say that's 220. I'm going to round up the numbers. 220 to 190, that's $30 more a month. That's 3 times 12 is $360 more a year, times 10 years is $3,600. Why would you overpay on insurance when you don't have to? We would rather see you keep that money in your own pocket, spend it on your family while you're alive, and enjoy those memories. Spend it on your family. Don't let an insurance company executive spend it on his family. So really the message is be a smart shopper. Go to our website here. You can check prices right on our website. We've got a special YouTube link, funeralfunds.com/YouTube. We'll include it in the comments section down here, including links to our other videos for 5,000, 10, 15, 20, and 25,000 for a 75-year-old male. And you can also call us at our toll-free number, 888-862-9456. And if you're looking for a brand new policy, we can help you out with that. If you have an existing policy and you need to add coverage, we can help you out with that. If you have an existing policy and you want to price check it, we can help you out with that. If you just have questions, we can help you with that. So just when you're ready and you want help from somebody that will advocate for you to get you the best pricing, just give us a call or reach out to us via our quota here, and we'll help you. And we look forward to that day we actually get to talk with you. And until that day comes, you take care, stay safe, have a nice day. Bye-bye.